Miami Dolphins spent the most money this offseason compared to all 32 NFL teams, but it certainly didn't look that way today as they fell to the Jacksonville Jaguars by a score of 23-20. My name is Brandon Howard with Sports Talk Florida, and this is your post-game 3 and Out. The Miami Dolphins did have some issues along the offensive line today. You had a couple offsides penalties that stalled out some drives. That's something that certainly needs to be cleaned up if they hope to achieve some continuity on offense, because those penalties certainly did take points off the board. Additionally, you had Brandon Albert. He had some problems as far as bringing his feet to the party. He was lunging, trying to hit targets, and that left him exposed to some of the speedier rushers that the Jacksonville Jaguars have. So he didn't play his best game, and then on top of that, he had a hamstring issue, and Jason Fox had to come in and replace him, and he didn't fare too much better. So hopefully he has a speedy recovery and he can return to the lineup and improve upon the performance that he's displayed thus far. As far as the secondary is concerned, these guys, they worked all off-season long. They worked tirelessly at tracking the football, finding the football, and they quite frankly had some issues doing that today. The game against Washington, they looked pretty good doing so, but while the ball was in the air today, they quite frankly just were unable to locate it. So hopefully they can kind of get back to that playmaking, ball hawking, mentality that they had when they broke camp, because that certainly was missing today. And additionally, Blake Bortles, what the Jaguars were doing to the Miami Dolphins early on in the game, they were able to bunch 3 wide receivers to one side, and then they had a backside wide receiver to the other side. And with some of the single high looks that the Dolphins were giving, that allowed them to hit that backside receiver with some regularity earlier in the game. The Dolphins were able to rectify that a little later on, putting some of the 2 deep coverages that they displayed later on in the game, but it might have cost them a little bit, because the adjustment did come later. So the Dolphins, let's see how they adjust to that as the season goes along, because they will likely see more of that, being that the Jaguars did have some success with it, and after all, it is a copycat league. Going back to the offensive line, they had some issues generating a surge up front in the offensive line, creating holes for the running backs. They certainly had some issues with that. Ryan Tannehill was the Dolphins' leading rusher with 17 yards. That just frankly is not going to cut it. The Dolphins are certainly going to have to get a better ground game going, because if they're unable to do so, that means the Dolphins are going to have to throw in order to open up the running game. And that's not something you want. You want to be able to go play action and things of that nature. So the running game is going to have to get going if they hope to achieve some continuity on offense.